Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're gonna go over Ingo and Emmet's sync grid. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. So I'm gonna start with Emmet first because I feel like Ingo's a bit more interesting. Um, so realistically, Emmet is just upgraded Olivia. So his grid here. So wait. So also the thing about both of them is that Emmet is good at 1 out of 5. You don't need 3 out of 5. The only things you miss out on him at 3 out of 5 are his sync nuke things. But I probably wouldn't sync with him anyways. Olivia's a better sync nuker because she has the Sandblaster 5 as well as the inertia, as well as Crit Strike 2, whereas Arctip only has Sandblaster and Crit Strike 2. But Arctips does more damage, because on top of Crit Strike 2 has the Lucky skill, he has Crit Strike 2 on Stone Edge, and on his passives, he has Hit the Gas 5 and Sand Superiority. Yeah, and then he also has like an extra 10% if you really want that. So his, I think his like a standard grid, I think will look something like this. You can probably do something like this, and if you want, you can grab both rock slides. I probably wouldn't. So instead, you can do maybe something like this. So this is his, what I would think is his standard grid. He has all Stone Edge power-ups, meaning at 3 out of 5, his Stone Edge is base 125, which is actually which is not bad. And yeah, if you have him 3 out of 5, the only reason I would consider running his sync nuke grid, um, the only reason I would consider running his sync nuke grid is because he has sand sync, so it can give you at minimum 3 sandstorms, so you have 2 from Ingo or Acerola and 1 from Archeop, so it gives you at least 3, which could be the difference between winning the match and not. I think other than that, that's really all there is to say about Archeops. Would I recommend summoning on him? No. Um, Emmet himself is good, but he has a few flaws that Olivia doesn't have. Firstly, being his passive Healthy Strength 5. So this is basically defeatist, but the fact that he constantly needs potion support or any form of healing support, it's going to be a bit rough. So as much as I would say pair him obviously with Ingo and then pair him with a sand unit, I don't think that's the play here. I feel like for Emmet, because he wants the constant healing, I feel like someone like BP Morty would actually be good for him, as Morty can buff Archeops' defenses, making it less likely he goes below that percent. On top of that, Morty can sync, or BP Morty can sync, and he basically has team recuperation too, which is really, really good. He restores 40% HP to the entire party when he sinks. On top of that, Morty also has potion. So Morty is, I would say, is someone I would run with Emmet, just because Emmet needs the constant potion. And I think in the long run, it'll be better than bringing Kukui, who is just going to lower defenses. Next up is Ingo. So Ingo and Excadrill. Um, so Ingo is much more interesting, as he's basically like a better Acerola mixed with like a Hapu Clement type thing. So for Ingo's set, his standard, I would say, is going to be something like this. It's probably something like this. So let's go over quickly. So his potion is, I believe, something like Pikachu's, which is good. It's good. He has Pikachu's potion, which is good. His Sandstorm MP refresh is just like Maze Rain Dance. It's only an MP refresh 2, so 30%, which isn't the greatest, honestly, but I guess it's better than nothing. Acerola has a better MP refresh. He has MP refresh 3, which is 40%. But Ingo does so many other things that I think it's just more worth to have Ingo. Unfortunately, with that, his Sandstorm is locked behind 3 out of 5. So I would say if you're going for Ingo, you have to go from 3 out of 5. If you're going for 1 out of 5, I would say just don't go for him, because Acerola is at that point just better, generally, I guess. The other thing I decided to pick up is Mudslap accuracy, because funnily enough, despite Mudslap lowering accuracy, Mudslap's not going to hit all the time either. It's like base 90, It's base 90. It's 90 accuracy, meaning you have both accuracy notes here. This at least gets to 10 to 95, which is better. And then I decided to pick up all aboard MP Refresh 3. So all aboard is actually really good because on top of raising attack and crit, it applies the free move effect during the sandstorm, which Ingo is going to be in, which Ingo is going to have to be in all the time for him to be useful. So free move effect is really good, and having a 40% chance to refresh that, which is going to be so good if you're low on gauges and you need to quickly use a move. So that's really good. What else? So another set you can run is if you want to drop one Master Healer, then you can drop Master Healer, and you'll actually have enough for both accuracy nodes and Butt Slap Ripple Effect 2, which is AoE accuracy down. You have a 30% chance to AoE accuracy down the entire enemy team, which you may think is good, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think it's that good. And Ingo, like most stages are gonna have like something that mitigates accuracy drops. So I don't. Plus, it's 30%. Like it's good, but I don't think it's worth losing Master Healer on Potion over, considering that Ingo and Emmet are basically going to be paired together all the time, and Emmet needs the Potion support a lot, so I feel like it's just more worth to drop that and, do that. And then I would honestly drop this and get all aboard. So this is about the set I would run. Ingo can run a few other things. If you don't want Potion at all, I mean, sure, but you can grab Gritty Guardian, and I think you can still grab all of that, yep. And then you can probably do something like this. You lose all aboard. This is only 20%, but you're probably bringing a defensive buffer anyway, so I don't know if you really want this, but it's an option. If you ditch that, you have enough for Quick Cure, which is actually pretty good. So if you want Quick Cure or all aboard, this is also pretty good. Guarded Entry 1, +1 defense on entry, which is good, but like, again, you're bringing a defensive buffer anyways on this team, so I don't think it's that worth. You have Pocket Sand, which is gonna be -2 accuracy 50% of the time, which is good, but I don't think it's worth the 10 energy. I don't think it's worth the 10 energy, honestly. So I think that's it about them. Unfortunately, Ingo can't do damage like May can. But he's okay. Like, the thing about Ingo and Emmet, as much as I really like them, they're not the greatest poke fairy units ever. Like, I'll probably summon them during the rerun, but as of right now, I think coming off of Archie and Maxie, I don't think many of us can really summon on them regardless. Like, Acerola, and if you have Olivia, should be enough. If you don't even have Olivia, Brock and Onyx will be more than enough. And if you don't have Brock and Onyx for some reason, maybe you didn't invest in him or you don't have candies anymore or something, Striker Aerodactyl from the upcoming Rock event is actually really good. So you can pick him up as your rock type. And honestly, guys, I think that's it. Like, Ingo and Emmet are good, but they struggle outside of Sand, which I know like other units do too. Like, you look at May. May kind of doesn't, like, May's not the greatest outside of Rain. Similar, like, Holo is not the greatest outside of Sun. So, like, I understand it's what they're built for, but considering the fact that both, like, I think Emmet is the real problem here. Ingo himself, at 3 out of 5, Ingo's good. At 1 out of 5, I would honestly say just use Acerola. Like, he's good at 1 out of 5. He still has, like, potions, and he has all aboard MP Refresh at 1 out of 5. But as a Sand unit, chances are you're summoning on him for the Sandstorm, and you don't have that until 3 out of 5. So, honestly, I just wouldn't summon on him unless you can get him through 3 out of 5. And Emmet has a similar issue where he needs constant healing, which is why I think BP Morty is good for him. BP Morty has potion, and he can sink to get back like 40% of the entire team's health. Meaning even if Ingo runs out of potion, you still have another potion plus unlimited potion in Morty's sink, which is really good because you don't want to sync with Emmet or Ingo, so you can bring a unit like BP Morty to buff defenses and be able to heal really well with potion and his sync move. So overall, the Ingo and Emmet are okay. I think, in my opinion, guys, I would honestly not summon them until like I honestly won't summon them. Like the anniversary is like a month away, and it's end of August, so I would honestly not summon them. We get 16,000 gems this month, so I feel like it's either so that means in August we have to get like what 19,000 or 20,000 ish to be able to afford a master fair, assuming there is a master fair. But yeah, I wouldn't summon them. I would wait for the rerun, which is coming honestly fairly soon in October-ish. Like October, like it's either October or November, in that time. So I would honestly wait till the rerun because let's be real, in September, I don't think many of us are going to be summoning after the Annie. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Comment down below if you guys want to see me make a tier list. And yeah, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.